Like the scriptures speak about you counting the cost. You know, if you have sufficient, if you're gonna start something, you have sufficient to finish. You know, some guys don't count the cost. You know, some guys, they come into this thing think it's about learning and becoming popular and famous, and they don't realize that, look, when you come into this thing, it's a hard road. You know, you could lose your family, you could lose your, you know, your immediate family, like your mother, father, brother. They all come against you. Your woman, your children. You know, the world, your job. You know, you think when you come into this thing is you're just going to continue your life as it was before, which you're not.
Yeah, you're going to bask in the sweet and not in the bitter.
Right.
See, they want to bask in the sweet part of this, but not the bitter.
That's right.
And those examples you just gave, that's the bitter. Your family come against you, your friends drop you, you know?
Yeah.
You might lose your job.
Yeah.
You might lose your woman.
Yeah.
You got it.
You know, you got a car and it keeps breaking down. You know, you're going somewhere, then you know the car don't break down in the front of your house. The car breaks down three towns away, you know, or in the next state. You know, so these are all part of that tribulation. Everywhere you go, you know, it's like people irk you, they irritate you. You know, there's a lot to this truth. You know,
oh hell yeah.
And most of them so-called other teachers from them other groups don't prepare you for that. See, we give you everything. You know, we give you prophecies, we give you the judgments, we give you history. You know, we go into the scriptures, we break the scriptures down to you. We tell you about personal issues you're going to deal with. You know, we tell you how Satan's going to come at you. We tell you about these demons messing with you in your mind or physically, whatever.
Can't
you know?
get sleep, insomnia.
And this guy said for years, you know, when he used to go out there and speak on the street, there were certain Christians that said things, but they were trained to block it off, and it was always in his mind. Those are them demons working on you, man. You know, and the nail in the coffin was when your brother left. You know, your mother got kicked out, your brother left or got kicked out, and you were hanging. You were still cool with that guy, which you should have just cut his ass off. Now, I'm not saying, let's say you was in our camp, the GMS, and you were still talking to your brother. And I found out about it, I would say, look, brother, it's wise not to really, you know, that's your brother. You can say what's up, you know, but you can't be buddy with that guy. That guy's an enemy, man. You don't know what that guy's gonna do, you know. So you got emotional, man, and you got offended. Anyway, it says Matthew 12, and this is what's gonna happen to you, because you were in, even though you was in Nate's camp, you were in the truth. You wasn't fully in the truth, but you were in the truth. To the point that you knew that you were Israelite, you knew the tribe, you knew that Esau was the so-called white man, you know that the destruction is coming. Because pretty much all the camps are at a One West. That's why these clowns are focusing on One West, all right? Because we all pretty much say the same thing. 95% of the stuff, we say the same thing. It's like a 5% that we differ on, all right? Anyway, it says... Matthew 12:43, it says, when the unclean spirit is gone out of a man, he walketh through dry places, seeking rest and findeth none. That's that devil. So the guy's cleaned up, right? 44. Then he saith, I will return into my house from whence I came. And that's you, Marcus. You know, you the guy in the hot seat. And we don't know you, man, but we know what you did. Satan jumped on your ass. That demon jumped on you and called 7 other demons more powerful than himself. And that's why the thing about Esau, it just went out the window. Your name went out the window, you know? It said, then he said, if I will return, and this is the demon talking, into my house, you're the house, Marcus, from whence I came out. And when he is come, he findeth it empty and swept, meaning you woke up to the truth. Your mind is clean and garnished. Then goeth he and taketh with himself 7 other spirits more wicked than himself, and they enter in and dwell there. And the last state of that man is worse than the first. Look at Yachanan. He bugging the hell out, man. He wanted to get fit. He said he wanted to kill this guy. This one guy said something. He said, you come to my house, I'm going to kill you. So now you're getting carnal, all right? But hey, this done happen many a times, and it's going to continue to happen. All right. It says, and the last state of that man is worse than the first. even so shall it be also unto this wicked generation.
Yeah, because you know this is all part of counting the cost. You know, when though like when you like Apostle Tar just mentioned, you said that Christians would say certain things and you it would still be in the back of your mind even though you blocked it out. That's part of counting the cost. What you were supposed to do was you're supposed to go back and go to the scriptures and get rid of that demon. You know, because them doubts, you know, it starts small, but it gets bigger and bigger. Before you know it, you are out of here. Yeah, you had something possible.
Yeah, quick precept. Proverbs 25:16. Hast thou found honey? Now this word is equivalent to what? Honey, right? As a matter of fact, that's what the Lord told the Apostle John. He said, eat the word, and in your mouth it shall be sweet as honey, right, but in your belly it shall be bitter, right? Yep. So it says, hast thou found honey, which meaning you've been brought to the truth. Eat so much as is sufficient for thee, which means you're really supposed to pace yourself in this truth, yep, lest thou be filled therewith and vomit it. So he came in, he was filled with it, yep, but now he vomited everything, everything that he learned, he vomited it.
Yeah, everything that you learned went out the window.
Yeah.
You can say, well, look, I'm no longer with Nate because he kicked me out, but I got my own camp and I'm gonna set up my own thing. You know, like Shaka did. Shaka, when he got kicked out or left, he started his own thing and he's teaching consistently. Right. He's been teaching what on his own for the last year and a half, 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, something like that.
So basically, when you went out, you went right back into that fake ass Christianity. You know,
that's that wallowing in the mire. And this is what happened. This is Matthew 11:6. And blessed is he whosoever shall not be offended in me. So basically, you were offended in Yahushua. You know, so you really never really had any root in yourself, you know, because all of that, you know, you should have never became a teacher. You know, if you had all them thoughts in your mind, you should have never became a teacher. You should have just said, nah, well, I'm not ready for this. I'm still learning. I'm still doing this, doing that, you know, because you should have never been a teacher. There's another one in Matthew. But see, these things are all prophesied. You know, everything was prophesied. Yahushua said it is impossible, but that offenses must come. But woe unto him by whom the offense cometh. This is Matthew 24. And let's see, where is it? Is it the 12th verse? But he that in the gospel shall be preached, and many shall receive many. Many betray one another. He that shall do this gospel shall be preached to all the world. I know it was in the beginning of Matthew 24, but it pretty much it says that many shall be offended. You know, and that's true. Okay, yeah. So many shall be offended, and that's what took place. You know, so you see, these things have to happen. You have to have those examples. You know, when the Apostle Paul said to mark them which cause divisions contrary to the doctrine, he meant that.
And this goes on, Nate, you know, and this applies to us too, because, you know, we're leaders over other men, and that's the order, you know. But then you got other states of GMS that have leaders, and the job of the leaders is to look over. You're supposed to have guys under you. You know what I'm saying? That look over other guys. If you got a guy that's been in this thing for 8-9 years, and you got a guy that came in 2 years ago, who's going to look over who? The guy that been in this thing for 8-9 years. And a lot of you guys in these other states, you just come in there, you hold posts, you speak, and you go home. And then you see a guy that's not as experienced as you going off, and you don't straighten the guy out. You know, that's why there's a leadership, a rank and file, man, to keep guys in line. So this guy, Marcus, he said he became a camp leader. Now you became a camp leader, and you said you was in this thing for 7 years, and all that 7 years you've been in this thing, and you had doubt in your mind, and all of a sudden you got offended, and everything that you were taught went out the damn window. I mean, that don't make no damn sense. That means you were never really into this thing, man.
Faking it.
You were faking it, man. Just like a lot of you guys. This is like a fad. This is like something to get into until something new comes along. You know? Okay, I'll get him. I'll get the spray out. Any? Mm-hmm.
He said Marcus' brother was stealing money from the congregation over $1,000, and he took up for him and was kicked out later for other sins. He didn't leave the camp over the white man.
Okay, so that the truth is coming out, you know. Now I don't know how this situation was. I don't know if the guy needed money. Now, if the brother needed money, Nate was supposed to work out some type of thing where he gets money, whether he's, you know, commissions him to make his own T-shirts or whatever. Because you brothers out there in the different states, if you got businesses and you make money, that's your money, you know. And maybe this guy doubted Nate. He said, damn, Nate is making all the money. I ain't making shit. You know, anything could have happened, man. But anyway, I'm gonna read this here scripture, right? It said, because I'm gonna say this, and we don't brag about this thing, but we didn't help many brothers in the different states that was in jams. We didn't help many brothers, man. Brothers that was their cars broke down or this happened or that emergency took place. We didn't help. We didn't help many brothers. Whether we gave the money or we chipped in with a couple other states. And I'm talking about in the thousands, man. I'm not going to mention the brother's name, but the brother needed $2,500, and he was in dire straits for his car. And what happened was, we called a couple of different camps, and we said, "Look, could you get 200 together? Could you do?" And I think we gave 500 or whatever. But if it wasn't enough, we would have put in the difference. We'd have worked out something. All right. So don't tell us that, you know, you collect the money and you just keep pocketing all the money. But then on the other side of your mouth, you call us bums. Now, what is it? Are we bums? Are we, you know, got a you know, what is it, man? You can't call us a bum and say we got all the money. You know?
Bummerlights.
Yeah, we were bummerlights. But right. Then on the other side of the mouth, we got a whole lot of damn money.
You got a whole lot of money.
You know? But we didn't help many of brothers. Hey, Yaka 9, he was in the jam, and what did we get? He had to move. I don't know, it was 800, 900. He can tell you exactly how much he got. He needed some money a couple years back. We helped that brother out. All right. When the brother came to my house, I pulled him to the side and they gave him $200. Now, make a video on that and say that I'm lying, man. And because when you came out here to visit us, we treated you like royalty, bro. All right, we treated you like a brother, and you even said you wanted to move to New York. So now all of a sudden, we're the worst guys in the world.